Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So I want to talk about why I have never pictured myself being married. Most people probably have, all of us daydream and we sleep, so we have dreams and all these things. And rarely have I ever had a dream or a daydream or even picture myself, when I am dating, a life together with, this woman that I'm dating. I just don't see what problems marriage solves. If anything, I feel like marriage causes more problems, right? Whether it's now you have to deal with that woman's family members. Maybe she got kids from another marriage and the kids are just not well behaved, or maybe she's just, whatever, right? There's a litany of things that comes with marrying another person. Whether it's you're marrying a woman, you're marrying a man, if you're a woman or what have you, right? You now have to take on that person's, baggage. And people say, well, you knew all of this. You knew this person had this baggage when you started dating them. Yes, that is true. But whenever you marry someone, you sign a legal contract, and now you're 100% bound to that person's baggage now, right? I mean, there's situations where a man married a woman, the kids wasn't his, they was together for a while, they got divorced, and then boom, the woman stuck him with alimony and child support, and that's not even his kids. His blood is not even running through those kids, right? And so I just think that it's just I just think it's a hindrance. I don't want to have to check in with a person. I don't want to have to do a honey to-do list just so I can go do the things that I like to do, right? Which is fishing, camping. I don't want to have to feel like I'm walking on eggshells to be able to get out of the house and go kick it with the fellas, right? And once again, I just feel like I want someone that is compatible with the things that I want to do and what I like, and that's very slim. It's just fine pickings to find someone who is going to want to share. I feel like that shares my hobbies, or that want to do the things that I want to do. And I also just don't like the fact that it seems like once a man is married, he is emasculated. His balls are chopped off. I have a lot of friends that's been married for a long time, and they will tell you, or they tell me, they're like, man, you lucky, man. You can go do what you want to do. You can go do this, you can go do that. They tell you just stay single as long as you can. Don't get married, right? And this is men that have been married for, longer than the average, right? Stats show that your first marriage is stats show that most marriages, there's a 56% chance that you're gonna get a divorce in your first marriage. Well, overall. There's a higher percentage that your first marriage is going to end in divorce. Now, your second marriage is normally more successful, and your third marriage is just like, odds are like you're going to be super successful. But who wants to be married 3 times? Not me. I am also kind of like put off by women who have been married and they tell you certain things that was in the marriage, right? So for one, I met this woman, very beautiful woman, and she said that she had been married for 21 years. She was from Houston. I instantly told her I'm not interested. And the reason why is that if you was married for 21 years and now you're getting a divorce, what the hell happened in that marriage? Now, I didn't ask her whether or not she was abused or what happened or whatever, but it's like, she's been in a marriage for 21 years. She's already institutionalized. She's conformed. She's probably very rigid in how she goes about being in a relationship. And I just feel like it's going to be a lot of, well, I didn't do this in a marriage, or I didn't have to do this in this marriage, or this and that. And it's like for a person that was married for 21 years to want to start over and be in a relationship and dating and being in a talking phase and dating and all that, I was just like, no, I just felt like that's gonna be super, super stressful. And I was like, nope, can't do it. And recently, you know, I met a woman, and she had been married for I think she said 5 years, and she kind of threw out there that while she was married, she never had to work. Now she's working. Who wants to work? So she is probably more than likely wanting to be married again, but she's not going to have to work. So if you're going to be married to me, if you're going to be in a relationship with me, you're going to go to work. 2 incomes is better than 1. I make enough money right now where I can take care of myself, pay my bills, take care of my child. But you're not going to leech off me. You're going to go to work. Your bills are your bills. When you come into this relationship, that's your car note. That's your cell phone. That's your bills. You went out and got those bills. So you're not about to be having me pay your bills. Now, the mortgage and all of those things, you know, obviously I got my own crib and all that stuff. So yeah, you don't have to pay me with the mortgage or none of that stuff, because I've already been taking care of these bills by myself. These are my bills. But all that other stuff, right? Paying your cell phone, your car, no, I'm not doing none of that. Hell no. You're gonna go to work. So that was a no-go for me. Whenever she said that, I was like, yeah, red flag, red flag. She gonna probably want to stay home again. And on top of that, she had been married twice. So, you know, I know in America, like, depending on where you at, 3-strike rule, or, you know, baseball, 3 strikes and you out. You know, football, you got 4 downs to pick up the first down. Normally a team punts on 3rd down. So, I mean, if they can't they can't pick up the first down after 3 tries, they normally punt on 4th down, right? They say, all right, oh well, we tried, we're gonna punt it away, right? But, you know, being married, that takes a lot of money, that takes a lot of effort, it's a lot of stress. Why would you want to do it more than once? Why would you want to do it twice, 3 times, 4 times? So that was a red flag for me. But, you know, I just don't see myself getting married. I don't. People say, oh man, you wanna die by yourself. I'm not gonna die alone. You know, I got my child. I got my daughter, you know, and I got people, and I got family and friends that love me. I don't see it. I just don't see it. Maybe in a few years things will change, but at the moment, you know, I just think that I'll be a lot more happier and productive and content being single. Or, you know, if I decide to be married, I mean, not married, if I decide to be in a relationship with a you know, have a life partner or whatever, like, why can't we just be together and not you know, have the title of husband and wife, right? Why can't we? But that's probably a little bit of backwards thinking. So I'll just stay single. But yeah, that's my idea of it. That's my thoughts on that. What about y'all? Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Do y'all want to be married? Are y'all married? Have y'all been married before? Y'all got divorced? Is marriage overrated? Y'all let me know what y'all think. All right. Until next time. Peace.